Hello, everybody. Welcome to our special end of year edition of Voices in Japan.
Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers.
I don't think I'm on screen.
Today we are joined by a very special person, aren't we?
He's back.
He's back. We found him. We found him in the gutters, covered in feces. Wearing one boot, panties on his head.
People were wondering what happened to him.
We found him. People were throwing rubbish at him, and he was singing an old sea shanty. But
I don't even know what we're doing. I thought we were playing board games today. Why do we got these microphones here, man?
You've heard the voice. He's known as the Voice. We just simply call him Burke.
So basically, Matt didn't kill him. I know some people were thinking that online.
Is that what you guys said?
Rumors were going around on the interweb.
I've thought about it. But no, it just means the police haven't caught him for those crimes.
Yeah, we only got about 10 minutes before I got to get back on the run here, so.
It's good to have you here, Burke.
It's good to be back, man. It's really good to be back. It feels like home a little bit. Feels a lot better than that gutter you guys found.
Yeah. Still got some poo on your face too.
Oh,
sorry. And today we are doing our annual quiz. We'll go through mainly the main events that happen throughout the year, and I will test Burke and Ben, and whoever can score the highest points wins a prize. I think last year it was Burke who was the absolute champion of 2021.
The decade, the 20s, 2020s.
You, which is abbreviated to TACO. You are TACO 21.
TACO 21.
Ben is TACO 20. You were the absolute champion of 2020. All right, so a bit of a decider here. Before we get into it, I have Ben some money. Bloody... Argentina.
Yay! Both my picks won.
Yeah, it's amazing because he picked those. We recorded that in 2009, so you predicted it 11 years into the future. Amazing.
I predicted Argentina and France to either or to win it at the very beginning. Matt wouldn't let me change my decision. Right?
Didn't need to.
You should have done.
You didn't bloody need to. Yeah, I just noticed that every team I went for, who I wanted to win in the quarterfinals, lost. The quarterfinals on, every team I wanted to win lost.
Well, it was great because before the final was played, we thought, okay, we'll make it fun and we'll do a little personal bet. I bet originally for France to go the furthest and beat Matt because he went for Brazil, lost. And then when it came to the final, it was Argentina versus Brazil, as everyone knows now. And then I said to Matt, let's have a bet. But I didn't want France to win because I don't like the French. And they beat England. And
there goes our Renault sponsor.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to support Messi as well. And Matt also kind of wanted to support Argentina. But I think he wanted to, I don't know, he's a bit desperate for some money or something.
Yeah.
He wanted to take a bet. So yeah,
Ben won.
Going for France.
Are you interested in the football or the soccer?
The soccer, man. Before it was getting started, I sent out some messages saying I was hoping to watch a few games, especially downtown. The festive atmosphere at the sports bars downtown, maybe even my favorite sports bar, Barefoot Bar. It's not really a sports bar anymore, but it does show a lot of sports at Barefoot. But, man, I didn't catch a single game. I did see some replays here and there, but I really did want to watch it, especially after Japan was having some success in the beginning. But I'm ashamed to say that I didn't see a single frame or a second of any of the matches.
We don't have TVs in the gutter, do you? How are you meant to watch those things?
I tried to jump and look into some windows and stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised how interested you are in football because before the World Cup, we've never spoken about football at all. Are you interested in it?
Yeah, I like football. Wolverhampton Wanderers. I used to play for 10 years. Central midfielder.
On the bench.
Should we crack into this?
All right.
Happy end of year for us.
Yes. Happy New Year, everyone.
I'm ready.
When's this going to come out? Do you think?
I don't know.
Before the new year.
Can't make any promises.
All right, let's start with the first month of the year, which is January usually.
Oh, so this is a year in review quiz, right?
Yeah, it's the
All
year in review. So this is 2022.
The big fat quiz.
The big fat quiz.
Playoff final.
Right. It's Mbappe and Messi. Je n'acte. It is Ben and Burke.
And,
Head to head.
and he passed these out, probably gave Ben all the answers on the sheet of paper.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. So we should do just a little fill-in warm-up question.
Get the brain fluid going.
This is worth 1 point. I'm going to ask you a question about Burke.
Ooh.
And I'm going to ask you a question about Ben.
Yeah.
Now, Burke thinks this is rigged, but it's not. So, Burke, your question is...
Yeah.
No, Ben, your question is, how many letters are there in Burke's name? And Burke, who was Ben's maths teacher in high school?
I know this one.
Ben, what's your answer?
Is it every letter of every name in his name?
No, let's just...
That's a trick question because Ben didn't make it to high school.
Oh!
Didn't
1
study
point.
math.
Yeah,
Didn't study
that's
math.
right. Well done, Ben. Burke. God,
Yeah.
you guys should get different names. All right. January. Japan announced to deploy a satellite into space. And that's going to happen next month. Pretty exciting stuff. But it's made from a
Next month is in next year in January?
Yeah, or February.
So it's not related to 2022, but it's on our
Yeah,
quiz. Okay.
They made the announcement in January this year. It's made from a special substance. What's it made from? Burke, you can go first.
Well, can I mention what our multiple choice answers were?
Multiple choice answers are wood, you say it. You got a better voice than
Okay.
me.
A, wood.
Voice.
B, titanium. C, plastic. Or D, gold. And should I say
You
my
can
answer?
say your answer, man. Yeah, you go first.
I might have to change mine after Burke said his answer.
Yes, Ben, you can change your
Yeah?
answer, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's why we wrote it down first. Yeah,
Oh, okay, so you can't change it.
No, you can't
There's no
change it.
changes. All right.
I've given them out.
So you're the referee.
Yeah, I'm a ref, man. Yellow card for you, Ben.
Referee, come on.
I feel kind of bad when we do these on a written paper because Ben has that reading problem.
We always write your name as Dirk.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get his B's and D's
Dirk
confused.
Diggler. So my answer?
Yes, please.
B, titanium.
Titanium. Ben?
I'm going for plastic because
Yeah. Ooh.
a big buzzword in Japan this year was SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. And plastic is more sustainable than titanium.
Ben, you can't get extra points for just trying to throw in some random knowledge.
I might give him an extra point. That's pretty impressive, man. You're both wrong. It's wood.
Oh, man, I was going to say that.
The only country to do it. And
What?
its outside will be covered in wood and solar cells, and it will hold an electronic substrate inside. Substrate.
No plastic?
It's cheaper to make and will burn up on re-entry. Better for the environment.
Ah,
There you go.
Well, it's not because they've got to cut down all those trees.
yeah. 4 trees.
Yeah, 1 million trees to make this thing, man. It's going to be half the Amazon's going to make it.
And then they're going to burn it.
Other things in January. Kane Tanaka turned 119.
Was that the oldest
Yeah, but
lady?
she
Our
died.
girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that we
Still
talked
going.
about. a
No,
couple
she
years
died
ago.
in April,
right.
unfortunately.
Oh,
so
my
she's
At 119, the oldest woman in the
innings.
world.
Yep.
And now the oldest woman in the world is a French person, right? Maria.
Do you hate her?
Marie.
Yeah.
Do I get a bonus point?
What, for hating the French? No, Ben. No. Sapporo wants to hold the Winter Games in 2030. Do you guys want the...
I know a lot of people are against the Olympics for all these different reasons. I want that. Oh, I forgot. I know a lot of people are against it. And Ben's like has the biggest like anti-Olympic feelings out of anybody. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So my opinion is opposite to Burke's. Yeah. He wants it.
And my opinion is, whatever. All right. COVID cases entered their 6th wave, and 200 people were sent to hospital after slipping on snow and ice in Tokyo. It was the first time there was this much snow in 4 years. It was a very snowy year in 2022. And a record 88% of Japanese feel unfriendly towards the US.
Oh, really? Well, what percent?
What, because
88. I don't know.
because of all the snow?
I just read that. Okay, next question. 0-0. Question number 2. Tsunamis hit the southern coast of Japan. Where did this volcano... So a volcano erupted.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it originate from?
Oh, this one's tough.
It's an island, and it's a country. So that's my hint.
I'm trying to picture the map of the world.
I remember it's blue.
Everybody strap in for about 20 minutes while he thinks.
Are below Japan?
SDGs, Ben. Just keep talking about SDGs, buddy.
I'm gonna go for. Do I get to go first?
Yeah. What have you written down there?
I just wrote map of Japan, and hopefully I would be inspired when the question came along. And I am inspired now because the country that popped in my head is Indonesia.
Okay, they do have volcanoes. Good work, Ben.
Lots of islands too.
True. Burke?
Well, I kind of just went by what the question asked. Where's the volcano it originated from? And I wrote Oceania.
Say that again.
Oceania.
Oceania?
Oceania, right?
Oceania Twain.
Oceania.
Can you be a bit... It is in the Oceania, but a bit more specific. What country?
Fiji.
Tonga.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is Fiji in Oceania?
Oceania? Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Wow, Tonga.
Tonga.
Yeah. Tonga, yeah.
England
Tonga.
beat them at rugby at the World Cup, round one, I
They're
remember.
very good.
Yep.
That's about all for Japan. There was a vegan ramen that opened up.
In Sapporo?
No, in Tokyo.
Vegan ramen.
Teas Tantan. Specialise in vegan ramen for you ramen lovers. I mean, vegan lovers? No. Both, okay. Residents can stay in Fukushima the first time since the 2011 disaster. And Princess Aiko turns 20. All right, February. We better mush on here.
I will say my eyes I keep getting drawn to your paper, but we have written everything down,
So it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, the
on
Beijing Olympics started, and not many people turned up because of the COVID. How many medals?
Beijing Olympics?
Beijing Winter Olympics.
All right, sorry. I thought you were talking about 2008 Olympics. Sorry.
SDGs, man.
SDGs. Stupid.
Dumb.
Theatrical. All right, Beijing Olympics started. How many medals did Japan win? And it was a record number. Burke, you're up. Did you see my answer?
No.
Whoever gets the closest number gets a point.
But that last part definitely made me feel like my answer is not correct if it was a record number. I wrote 12.
12.
Oh, I put quite a bit more than that. 23.
Oh, shit. Now I've got to do my maths. Where are those little coloured blocks that Matt was talking about? The answer is actually 18. Ooh. So that's 5. That's a point to Ben.
Oh, we're doing close?
Yeah.
Whoever gets it close.
One
closest.
big point. Awesome, Ben. Awesome.
Yeah,
Remember?
great. Yeah, 1-0. Those were the only 3 questions I was
right.
kind of nervous about. Now we're through those.
Oh.
I'm confident.
Oh, he's made it this far. Prime Minister Kishida Fumio imposed economic sanctions on Russia. The Japanese imperial family confirmed its first case of coronavirus. North Korea fired a missile.
This every year, though, right? Pretty much.
Actually, it's every month this year so far. A guy called Fuji. This was meant to be a question, but I forgot to put it in. Fuji Sota defeats Watanabe Akira to win the Osho title. Do you know what Osho is? Osho.
Is it something to do
Osho?
with Go?
Yeah. It's that black and white.
The big championship.
Yeah.
Match.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I'm surprised you know that. Yeah, somebody obviously studied.
He's the first youngest player to win 5 major titles, age of 19 years and 6 months. And anyway, whatever.
Isn't Show like, I don't know, is it Go, right? Go is supposedly the hardest board game to play.
Isn't it just like checkers? Where you...
Yeah, exactly like checkers.
It's pretty hard.
Well, the amount of combinations apparently is infinitesimal. Is that a word? Infinitesimal.
Oceania. I talk about it all the time. I've talked about it before on this podcast. But yeah, the book that I read that was like, man, I really want to go to Japan. I read it right before. Was a book about an assassin who was like a Go master. I can't remember the name. Shibumi or something is the name of the book. But yeah, I guess it's really, there's a lot of strategy. Like a lot of stuff can be going on in different parts of the board. So probably a little more technical than checkers.
Women overtake men for the first time in exam pass rates at Japan's medical schools. And government to start online system for obtaining visas for foreigners. Oh, Russia invades Ukraine. That's kind of big news in February.
That would be why maybe the Prime Minister imposed the sanctions, right? That you mentioned.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the main 2 articles, obviously, Ukraine and the World Cup, I guess, and COVID, I guess, sort of thing.
February?
Yep. What comes after February, Burke? March.
March. Yes, that's right.
MRQSE. Japan won 7 medals at the Winter Paralympics. North Korea fires another missile.
At Japan or just in general?
Just in general. Man, I saw a funny thing about what would, like, imagine if Kim Jong-un was really trying to shoot missiles at Godzilla to keep him at bay. He's trying to save the world. And everyone hates him for it. March. Oh, yeah. Okay. Drive My Car, a movie, a Japanese movie, won an Oscar.
Have you seen it?
No. Did you?
No. Because it's very long.
I have not yet. No.
It's 3 hours. Oh,
it's more. It's almost 4 hours.
Why do you know these things, Ben?
I follow the Oscars.
Somebody
I'm a Hollywood fan.
exposing himself.
Do you know which book it's based on?
I don't.
The writer?
No, I don't know.
What I did want to say is I don't know too much about driving my car because I didn't study like somebody. But have you guys watched any of that movie, Netflix TV show? It's really slow and cheesy romantic. But First Love.
Modern Love, you mean?
Dirty Love. No, it's
BL. Have you heard that?
It's on Netflix, and it was like it's all shot in Sapporo and Hokkaido. It's like eight episodes. Yeah, so it's really slow, but yeah, it's pretty cool seeing like all these places in Sapporo and in Hokkaido and stuff. And yeah,
what's the premise?
It's like these 2 high school sweethearts. I couldn't make it through like the second episode, so
great.
But I kept popping up. But yeah, like they were like high school lovers, and they end up like coming back to meet each other. So they're like,
Jesus, get the tissues, Burks. Yeah. He's gone again.
It was based on these Utara Hikaru songs. Like I don't know if, anyways. Yeah,
who's the director of Drive My Car, right?
Was she?
No, This is a question.
All right.
Anyways, check it out if you want to see stuff about Sapporo and Hokkaido. Yeah.
Oh,
and
First Love. All right.
Thank you, Burke.
That's a bonus point.
Yeah.
And check out SDGs too.
In Oceania. All right. The question is, what else happened that was world news shattering at that Oscars event? Benjamin?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
No, it's too easy, this one, isn't it?
It's pretty easy, but tell me what happened.
All right. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on the face live on stage.
Burke, do you concur?
I do concur.
All right.
Hey, check his paper. Check his paper.
Will Smith slap.
Oh, that's all you got. You got Will Smith slap only.
I just put Will Smith.
All right, you both get a point. He's just come on and said he felt bad about it.
Is he back in the limelight now? Like, have people forgiven him for that? They've kind of forgotten
no,
right?
seem to
After
be.
the whole Johnny Depp case. You guys follow that? I know Matt did. You definitely follow that. We used to discuss that. Well, you used to bring it up anyway.
I watched both of them. I've been
Do
following
you
both of them.
do you think what he did is wrong, Burke?
What, Johnny Depp?
No.
Man, I don't want to get into it because there's always explanations about why he did and stuff. But he is back out, like talking about it again because he's promoting that new film.
Yeah,
On
which
Netflix, right?
sounds really good.
Yeah,
Looks like a
yeah.
good movie.
Is it a sci-fi?
Sci-fi about slavery in the U.S. Yes.
Almost, Ben. Almost, buddy. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. Driving My Car, it's based on a book by a very famous novelist, Murakami.
Oh, is it? Haruki Murakami?
Yep.
I wonder about that.
Have you ever read any of his books?
I have, yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
really
quite a few.
weird. They're really weird. Okay, so we're on our 2-1. In March, a suspected Russian helicopter entered Japan's airspace off Hokkaido. Whoops.
What happened to it?
I don't know, Burke jumped on it and tore it down with his hands. That's what he's been doing.
That's why he's been away from
He's
the
been
podcast.
King Konging it.
Yeah.
Hey, don't blow my
protecting
cover,
Japan.
man. Don't blow my cover. I was in the gutter.
You don't want to see Burke angry. 70 Japanese men signed up to fight in Ukraine. There was a joint search operation. There's still people missing from March 11th, 2011, from the Great East Japan earthquake. 414 people are still unfortunately unaccounted for. And the Nozomi Shinkansen bullet train marked its 30th anniversary. And this year marks the 50th anniversary of Okinawa's return to Japan. So there you go.
When is the Shinkansen going to be complete? 2030? Is that the
Yes.
plan?
I
That's
asked
the
the
plan.
questions, Ben. Shut up.
But they're already starting construction. We see it.
Yeah, a lot of
other
the shops
places.
around there have closed down, right?
Yeah, and they started building the platform and stuff, tore down a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a new platform 12 at JR that I've been moved to
Awesome.
on
Oh,
Fridays. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There was also a few more robots are coming out this month. That's good news for you, Burke. Love it. It's embedded with more than 50 sensors.
Do they have
its
legs?
internal 360-degree camera.
Do they have arms and legs?
Now we're talking about first love.
Recognize.
All right.
Because the first generation didn't have them. So.
Man, I went to the Sony shop, was it? And there was a dog, like a robot dog thing, and I picked it up.
Was it good?
It was all slippery. And anyway, no, I picked it up, and then I woke up, and it was like, "Ruh, ruh." So I put it back down, then it put its hand out, and then
Did it do like good? Did it do like a flip?
man, no.
Did you have those when you were a kid? Those dogs that
This
was.
dog is smarter than I am. What the-
There was when I was growing up, about 6 years old. There's this dog toy that it would bark and then walk around, and then after like 5 seconds, they'd do a somersault flip. Did you have that? It was like
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
I think it's
So
still
was it that
selling
kind of
it.
thing?
Maybe I think this is slightly more advanced than that. Love it learns how to interact with people, and the more you pet it, the more it becomes attached to you.
Ah, like the
Like
old
Burke.
Tomogotchi. What was that? One of those little game things that used to
Tamagotchi.
be really famous.
Tomoga-
Was it Tomogotchi?
something like
Tomodachi?
that. I think this came from something
You
about
feed it, right?
Yeah,
And
and
then
they
it-
like
Oh yeah, those little egg things.
I think it was
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, those little baby things.
Tamagotchi
Yeah,
or something.
I used to buy them and just starve them.
Oh man.
Die, you little computer. This weighs about 4 kilograms, and people can feel its slight warmth when they hold it. Love it can also use its eyes to express itself in various ways.
Oh, that sounds really creepy.
It does. It's 350,000 yen. There you go.
Would you say it's a good replacement for someone with a fear of dogs?
Yeah, well, no, this is good for people who have allergies. Ben.
Do you have allergies, Ben?
No, I just have a phobia of dogs.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. You told.
What
Yeah,
about
you
you
got
have a phobia of
attacked,
robots?
yeah.
No,
if you did, that'd be
like,
terrible.
I like the female ones.
The bitches.
They don't talk back.
Oh. Lost half our audience there, Ben. Great. French and women.
Comments, please.
There's also another one called Amagami. Although not necessarily useful, this takes gives
I'm
an,
a gummy.
yeah,
The new sex robot.
no, it gives an affectionate nibble on your fingers apparently when you put it in its mouth. It was developed to recreate the heartwarming sensation that occurs when pets or babies gently nibble on fingers.
Did it feel nice?
I just dressed up as a robot and sort of hung around there so
think
people would
we've,
put their fingers in my mouth.
I think we figured out Ben's Christmas present this year.
April. Oh, okay. This is a pretty sad story. The Kazu, a 19-ton tourist boat carrying 26 people, sank. Where did that boat sink, Burke?
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very tragic story. Off the coast of Shiretoko
Ben?
Peninsula.
I have on the east coast of Shiretoko.
Is it that-
Well, on the east coast of Hokkaido, Shiretoko.
Okay.
Yeah, because technically Shiretoko doesn't have... There's a peninsula that goes out to the east, so it only has a north and...
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, you're both correct. Yeah. Pretty shocking, man. There was an article today actually that said the water had came in through a hatch and sunk it.
There's still some people missing as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't
Confirmed 14 deaths because the water was ice cold. So that was pretty big news in Hokkaido and pretty quite shocking actually.
Yeah, boating company apparently breaking a lot of regulations, not up to
Exactly.
par and stuff. Yeah.
All right.
It's too bad.
Did you find out what happened to the owner of the company?
Oh, they're in big trouble, I'd imagine. Well, you'd hope so.
But
Anyway.
he's not been arrested or anything? Like, it's just going to take time?
I don't know. Okay, the yen falls against the dollar. It's lowest in 20 years.
Sorry, I keep coughing. I know you guys talked about it. You guys had your corona, but I had it too right after you guys, right? So still slightly recovering.
I still got a tingle in the
Yeah,
throat.
it's the same here. Yeah.
Have you still got it, Matt?
I don't think so, no.
You 100%?
Yeah, I'm tip-top.
I mean, I will say, yeah, I didn't have it too bad. I think the vaccines did their job, but I will say the flu that I had a couple of years ago. I don't remember if you. I don't know if you remember when I caught the flu in January at that time. That was a lot worse, but
Ben
I
doesn't remember anything. You know that, yeah.
exactly. But yeah, sorry if I keep coughing a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, in April, how's this, man? Over 25% of graduating college students said they had been sexually harassed while job hunting, according to a survey conducted by Health, Labour and Welfare Ministry.
Ben, which universities do you work at again? Shh. Oh, sorry.
Man, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest, man, in Japan. I don't know why. Over 25, and most of those, it is believed that in many cases students have been quiet about the harassment because of their position as job seekers. They're looking for jobs and obviously going to some creepy ass people who are interviewing them, I would imagine.
Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't hear that. So it was during interviews they were getting
I
harassed?
presume so, job seekers.
Is that what it... Okay.
Wow. That probably happens in a lot of countries. We just don't hear about it. Because like you said, most people probably don't talk up.
I don't
speak
know,
up.
man. I think...
It's that abuse of power, right?
Yeah, I don't think you get away with it in Australia, or no, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but in Australia, I don't think you get away with it.
Yeah.
I just find Japanese people maybe they just keep it on the low. Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
Upsets me because I got two daughters growing up, so that's why they'll
Exactly,
be
man.
carrying their 9mm and their... Yeah. Oh, sorry, what?
Burke just blanked
Yeah,
out there with rage. Oh, here we go. Here's a scientific question. May. Ben's
This is the only one I'm very sure.
Can't believe you don't know this. All right. First thing, Russia's foreign ministry announces an entry ban on Prime Minister, what's his name? Japanese?
Kishida.
There you go. We've been rehearsing that one.
Good job.
Every morning. All right, here we go. An international project involving the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan announces that it has succeeded in capturing an image of the black hole at the center of the Milky Way. What is the point of no return of a black hole called, Benjamin?
I have no. This is probably the only one I can't even guess at.
Have a wild stab in the dark.
I put supermassive black hole. And the only reason why I put this was once I hear the word black hole, I think of the musical rock band Muse. Do you know those guys? And they have a song called Supermassive Black Hole. Right. And it's one of my favorite songs.
I could give you a hint. You've already said your answer. It's Burke, say it's also a famous horror movie.
Yeah.
Burke knows the answer. Burke.
Event Horizon.
It's called the Event Horizon.
I have seen that movie.
Thank
and
you.
I always wondered why is it called Event Horizon, but didn't look it up.
Yeah, the only reason I remember that is my 12th grade science teacher was obsessed with everything about black hole.
Man, I remember seeing Event Horizon at the cinemas, and it scared the shit out of me.
Is that the one with Sam Neill?
Yeah. I don't know, and I remember years later, I'm like, man, you gotta check out this movie. On DVD, and they're like, that's not that scary. I'm like, no, it wasn't, was it? But I don't know why it scared me so much in the cinema.
I have the same experience with
Bambi.
Friday the 13th.
The original?
No, it's not A Nightmare on Elm Street.
With Johnny Depp.
The very first one.
That's with
Freddy
Johnny
Krueger.
Depp. Yeah,
he's
in that.
Johnny Depp's in that?
Yeah.
Who does he play?
His court case?
Who does he play?
Freddy? No, he plays one of the teenage kids that gets splashed up against the ceiling.
I thought it was a girl that got killed. One of the first ones.
I can't even remember. I think I was too scared to watch it.
But he was in that. Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I was terrified for years after seeing that movie.
Did you not sleep for 2 years?
Yeah.
It explains a lot, doesn't it, Burke?
Yeah, I had the same thing too. Children of the Corn.
Heard about that one.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old, spending the night at my friend's house, and he was like, let's watch some HBO. And I was like, all right, cool. We watched Children of the Corn, and I was like, man, I'm never going to forget this. Like, it's burned into my memory forever, this, like, horror movie. Yeah.
So we still can't eat corn around children.
Exactly, yeah.
My dad showed me Alien when I was 7 on Christmas Eve. I'm serious, man. We watched Alien, and that scared me.
I mean, as a parent, I now understand that he didn't really show you that. He just basically wanted to watch a movie. And he was like, man...
And I remember bugging him, who dies first? Well, I knew the alien came out of somebody, but man, it was pretty traumatic. What else happened in May? Not a lot. Let's move on.